Now we are going to change the front brake oil. So now we are going to remove the cap. The cap is being removed. So all the process should be done very gently and with expertise. Mr. Shiva here is doing an excellent job. Make sure you allot a tray for every part you are going to remove. So the screws, nuts and bolts and the parts being removed are placed in the tray and there is no confusion. So there is the oil as the oil you can see. Now we are having a canister of soap oil. We are going to hit it around the brake oil cap filter reservoir because when the oil spills over, there is possible chance of corrosion. So in order to avoid it, before draining the oil, we have to take precautionary measures. Now we have to remove the oil bleeder cap in order to drain the oil. So that is the cap. So we are removing it. So you can see the nozzle over there from where the oil is going to be drained. So as you can see, this is the nozzle cap, the bleeder cap. So this has to be removed. The same process has to be repeated on the other side also. So now the cap is being removed, the oil drain cap. See, you can see. See, this is the one. So now we are going to drain the oil. So spanner is being used carefully to loosen the knob over there, and a tube is being placed. So in order
loose பண்ணிட்டு வந்து டைட் பண்ணணும்.
for the first knob has to be loosed and then tightened up again. Now we are placing the tube in order to drain the oil from the nozzle, so it doesn't spill over. So all these precautions has to be taken. Now we are going to drain the oil. So the process is like this. You have to press the front brakes and then loosen the spanner over there. So then you can see the oil will be drained slowly. So press the front brakes, loosen the spanner on the nozzle and keep pressing the brakes. So the oil is being drained slowly, gradually. This is a gradual process. So as you can see, the front brake is being pressed and left. This action is being done, and the spanner here is being loosened and tightened, and the oil is being drained. So this has to be continued till the oil is completely drained from the reservoir, brake reservoir, and the reservoir has to be cleaned. So now all the oil has been drained to the mug below, to the collection point. Now as you can see, the old oil has been drained but from the reservoir, but the residual oil is still there in the pipeline. So that has to be drained. For that to drain, you have to fill it with the new oil and repeat the same process so that all the residual old oil is completely drained out. Now we are using .4 oil for the front brake. So the oil is being filled partially, and the same process is being done in order to drain the residual old oil that has been in the filter, that has been in the pipeline, old oil. So once this process is done, you can fill in the new oil and you can complete the process. So make sure that the soap oil is being sprayed in order to protect the bike and the iron parts from corrosion. So the process is being done repeatedly in order to flush out the old residual oil that has been in the pipeline. So this process has to be done till the new oil is being shown in the drain. See, you can see the new oil, it is crystal clear. So it indicates that all the old oil with residue has been flushed out. So now the new oil has been flushed out in order to remove the residual oil. So the oil from the master switch, that is the radial master, that is the front brakes, the oil goes to the ABS and it comes here to the junction box,
ABS unit உள்ள
in the engine and the junction, and from there it has been drained on the right side. Now we have to repeat the same process on the left side. Now let's see how the oil flows. So from the reservoir, front brake reservoir, it goes to the radial calipers. From there the oil comes to the ABS part over here for both the sides. From there the oil flows to the junction. So from here, from the junction part over here, so from here it splits to the right and the left side, as you can see. From the junction over here it splits to the right and left side. So the same process of draining the residual oil has to be done on both the sides. Now we have drained the oil completely from the right side. So now it has been tightened, the knob has been tightened, and carefully it should be tightened, not too tight, but the amount of tightness it needs to maintain it, and the protective rubber
cap,
the protective cap is being placed. So from the calipers, above the calipers, monoblock calipers, and then we are spraying soap oil in order to clean the excess oil that would have been spilled by mistake. So this maintenance should be done immediately in order to protect the bike from corrosion. But still we have to be precautious. The same process should be done on the left side.
So this axle, sir.
Now the same process is being done on the left side. The outflow knob on the monoblock radial calipers is being loosened, and the pipe is being placed to drain the oil into the mug. So as you can see, it was drained on the right side. Now we are doing it on the left side. The same process has to be repeated by pressing the brakes and loosening the knob to drain the oil. So as you can see, the same process is being repeated on the left side, because there may be still residual old oil that has been on the left side, also on the pipe on the left side. So the right side was drained, now the left side has to be done. The same process is being repeated. So the front brake is being given the action, and here the spanner is being loosened and tightened, and here also we can see the flow of the new oil, the clear flow of the new oil.
Clear flow.
Clear flow.
Just we're checking.
Just we are checking it. Now it's done. So now the knob has been tightened, and the rubber stopper, rubber cap is being placed. See, so this has to be done. We should not expose the knob. So it has been placed, as you can see. So now we are again spraying soap oil in order to make sure that any spillage or any leak while doing the process is being cleaned out. As you can see, we have filled the reservoir with the new oil. It's crystal clear. Now the cap is being placed.
Upper oil.
So as you can see, there is a mark over here, the lower level and the higher level. So it has to be placed, make sure that the oil is filled on the higher side. So this is the lower and this is the high. So the oil is being filled, and make sure that the oil is being filled, and the necessary and the cap being tight. Instructions also for the what oil to be used, the .4 oil. The clips are being placed in order to make sure that nobody removes the cap. So it's all preventive measures. So the clip and the screw is being put in, fixed in. Okay. Make sure that it is tight enough, just hold it. Hi friends, don't forget to press the bell icon, like, share and subscribe, and do give a big thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching my videos.